guys, so I want to share an app that came in really handy for me last week, and that is the Disney app. And I'm sure that anybody who goes to Disney is probably like, well, duh. Like, I'm sure it's one of those apps where I'm sure there's apps that I share all the time where you guys are like, you haven't been using that for the last 5 years since apps have been a thing. But this is one that I did not know about, and it was amazing. So once I actually did download it, it came in so handy. So I found 2 different apps for Disneyland. The one that I actually ended up using is like the actual Disneyland app. It's got the castle on it, it's blue, it's like Disney, just says Disneyland. And this app was just incredibly helpful. I used it all day long. And I didn't just use it, but like my mom and my brother-in-law and my sister and my dad, and everybody was constantly on it. So you've got both, and I'm sure this is the same. I'm sure Disney World's in here too, but we went to Disneyland, so I have Disneyland on here. And it has all of the rides. And what I liked about this app is not only does it have, you know, what rides, but if you go to click on an ad, or an ad, not an ad, you can tell that I do like SEO, right? That's where, like in search is not, anyways, I do some ad placement too for some of our clients. So anyways, and we talk about click-throughs and stuff. Yeah, anyways, not click on an ad. But anyways, click on one of the rides. Yeah, that's what I do for, like, that's my job. So anyways, like, this is the Matterhorn bobsled. So you click on it right now and it just says 25-minute wait. If you want to know more about the Matterhorn, you can click on the actual, okay, and then it brings it up to you. It says Matterhorn bobsled, Disneyland Park, 25-minute wait. So currently that's what the wait time is. I found that those kind of like go a little high. We didn't quite experience the same length. That or just the lines. I mean, I can't imagine waiting in line feeling shorter than the estimated time, but it was usually pretty quick. Now, we also went when the weather was really, really, really bad. So this app came in handy too, because we were able to be like, oh, like Cars Ride, oh, it's closed right now because it's raining, and things like that. So there was a lot of, or like Goofy's Flight School, we went back to do that and we clicked on it and it was like, oh, nope, it's closed because it's sprinkling. So you had to kind of like, it was nice to have that at the touch of your fingers, so you're not like walking back and forth like through the park and, you know, finding out that things are closed. So it was nice, very helpful. So anyways, this is careening through a snow-capped mountain on a speeding Alpine sled while avoiding the clutches of the mythic abominable snowman. And then you can find it on the map. And then my favorite part, and this came in so incredibly handy, was the height. How tall you must be. When you have 2 little ones, it comes in really, really handy to be like, oh, that's 40 inches. Like, maybe Drake can get on with the right shoes. Or it's like, oh, it's 42 or 44. Or the biggest one in the Disneyland, like the actual like Disneyland, is 46. And that's Indiana Jones. But it was nice to be able to see. And then like ages, kids, tweens, teens, and adults. That part, I think it just depends on the person. Like, my mom wouldn't ride that ride. Like, there's no way we could pay my mom to ride that. But Deacon rode it, you know, so it just depends on the person. Thrill type, this is dark, loud, scary, small drops, thrill rides, and water rides. And, yeah, you know, like, I didn't always find that accurate. Like, oh, and then the times, which is good too, because there's some parts of the park that are open super duper early, and then there's parts that just don't. I don't know why. There's one, oh my gosh, what's it called? What's the really big drop one there? It's, not Magic Mountain. Splash Mountain. And that one doesn't have anything for the drops, and I think that one would qualify as a large drop. I don't really know. I think it's the largest drop in the park. So anyhow, it was kind of nice to be able to go through and do that and find, you know, it was just handy. Like, it saved a lot of time. And it also helped us decide too, like, which places we were going to do our fast passes and things like that. The one that's always the longest, Hyperspace Mountain, it's currently only 45 minutes, which is fantastic. But sometimes that one's like 2 hours. So, you know, like, oh, that's the fast pass ride. So we would sit in the hotel room like the day before and we're like, okay, like, we want to do this and this and this. We need to get our fast pass for this. We need to go straight in and do this because this one tends to have the longest lines. If you have like a bucket list items for the park when you go, like for example, Cars was one for us. We knew that one is always ridiculously long with its lines. Let's see if I can even find it on here. I'm not very good at knowing which is which. Yeah, here we go. So the Cars one, Cars Land, is currently a 55-minute wait. So we knew, all right, when we get in there, and we had the magic hour because we stayed on the resort, but you knew as soon as you get in there, we headed straight to Cars Land, and the line was already there. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, so this one's 55 minutes currently. Yeah. And by the way, if you have a little guy who is 40 inches, they can't see anything. So the race part can be a little like, Drake was like, I don't like these up downs. Cause you're like, you lose your tongue. I lost my stomach a bunch, 4 times on that ride, I think. But yeah, so anyways, you do these, like, he called them the up downs. He's like, I don't like the up downs. I'm like, yeah, I can't imagine that you would. You can't see them coming. So the little guys can't really see. So keep that in mind if you do have a little one, that it's very fast at the end, and there is some free fall. At least I believe that there's some good free fall. But anyways, so I wanted to share this app with you guys. Oh, and also has the fast pass times. So like this one, for example, start your engine, zoom through the desert landscape of Cars Land, inspired by the Disney Pixar movie Cars. And yeah, these people look like they're losing their stomachs. It's not just me. Anyways, current fast pass time, right now I'm recording this at 1. Fast pass time is 5:10 to 6:10, and then you can go up and grab your thing, but it's dark, loud, small drops, and thrill rides. It is a little like, you know, there's a bit of a ride there for the kids. But yeah, so I want to share that with you guys. I found that app incredibly helpful, so I wanted to pass that on just in case you were like me and didn't know until like you got there. Super handy, super duper handy. So I get that, and yeah, enjoy it. And it's kind of fun to go back and look at and be like, oh, like if we were there, it'd be 10-minute wait or 45 minutes for Hyperspace Mountain, which was amazing. Okay, that's it. 7 minutes to talk about one app. All right, bye guys.